Welcome to HTC's IgnitionWeb tutorials. Today we are going to look at how to publish news items to a website using IgnitionWeb's News Manager. News Manager is a dedicated module within the IgnitionWeb platform designed to simplify the publication of news items to your website's front-end news section. Keep visitors informed of company developments with timely, relevant company news and press releases. Or use your site as a portal and post industry-related news. News Manager allows you to create an online database of illustrated news articles and press releases. Specified start and end dates enable articles to be automatically published to the website and automatically archived once the end date has passed. News Manager supports versioning and collaboration so that administrators can revert to past versions and send current versions for approval before they are published. Articles may be composed using what you see is what you get, rich text formatting, and may be previewed online to ensure proper display before publishing. After publishing, articles are automatically added to the site RSS feed, and they can also be immediately imported into Mailing List Manager for email distribution. Creating news items with News Manager is easy. In this tutorial, we are going to go over the basics of News Manager, including how to create news items and publish them to your website's front end. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be using WOW, the IgnitionWeb demo site. I'm going to get started with creating my news item by logging into IgnitionWeb and clicking on News Manager from the main navigation menu. This will bring me to a listing of all my current news items. Here, I have a listing of all current news items. Items that have yet to reach their start date will be listed under the pending state, and all items that have passed their end date will be listed in the archive. By clicking Add News Item, I can create a news item. Select a language preference. An English news item will be published on the English front end. A French news item will be published on the French front end. Provide a short title. This will appear in your site's news widget. Provide a long title. This will appear as the article title in the website's front-end news listing and in the news item itself. Provide a summary. This will appear as a subsection below the title of your news item. Fill the body text for the news item. Using IgnitionWeb's standard rich text editor, you have a wide variety of options for styling and formatting your content. Use the date selector to specify a start and end date for the news item. News items that are between their start and end date will appear in the current news section. News items that have passed their end date will be moved to the archive section. Having start and end dates allows administrators to prepare news items in advance with predetermined posting periods. If you want to add a logo or image to your news item, there are two ways. You can insert the image in the body field using the rich text editor, or you can add the image via the image field. Simply click Add and select your image via IgnitionWeb's Media Center browser. Documents can be similarly added. Just click Add and upload via Media Center browser. If you have other news articles, links, FAQs, job postings, polls, or documents that relate to your news item, you have the option of specifying them here. In most standard installations of News Manager, links to related items will be displayed in windows adjacent to the news item when viewed. I'll select a few related items as an example. To promote ultimate awareness, IgnitionWeb lets you notify an administrator of your changes. When you're done, preview the news item. If you are satisfied, click Submit. Press OK to publish the item to your website's front end, or press Cancel to leave it in a pending state to be activated later by you or a supervisor. I am now back at my current news listing where the news item I just created is now listed. From the Actions column, I can edit or delete my item. Note that Select Version and Front-End URL are now present in the form. Select Version is a component of IgnitionWeb's convenient versioning functionality. Each time you modify your article, IgnitionWeb will save a version. This ensures that you never lose work and can always return to previous versions if necessary. The front-end URL is a direct link to the article that can be copied into your browser's address bar or attached to emails and documents as a hyperlink. This is a fast and easy way to share your news article with others. On the front end of WOW, I can see my news item is listed on the news page. I can click the item to view it in detail. Now that you know how to create news items and publish them to your website's front end, you can start creating a happening, up-to-date news section for your website. That concludes HTC's tutorial on IgnitionWeb's News Manager. We hope that you've learned a lot and encourage you to check out HTC's other IgnitionWeb tutorials so that you can become an IgnitionWeb master.